Welcome to this course on the CompTIA Network Plus certification. This certification is considered the first networking certification that anyone who wants to enter the IT or cybersecurity industry should study for and earn. It's going to provide you with a great foundation and baseline knowledge of networking, and throughout this course and our time together, we're going to cover how to configure, manage, and troubleshoot the network infrastructure within your company or organization. This certification is designed for beginners who have less than 1 year of IT operations or administration experience, or for those students who have already completed the A+ examination. Now, on the Network Plus exam, knowledge of the CompTIA A+ exam is considered assumed knowledge, so we're not going to be reteaching all of that content again from the Core 1 or Core 2 exams. Instead, we're going to be building upon that foundational knowledge of hardware, software, and computer networks throughout our time together. But don't worry, we're going to review any areas specific to networking that you may need to know throughout this course, even if it was covered on the A+ exam. Now, if you haven't done your A+ exam yet, that's okay. We're still going to get you through preparing for the entire Network Plus exam without any issues if you pay attention to what we teach. Now, the CompTIA Network Plus exam consists of 5 domains or areas of knowledge that you're going to receive questions about when you sit for your official certification exam. This includes Domain 1, Network Fundamentals, which makes up 24% of the exam. It also includes Domain 2, Network Implementations, which makes up 19% of the exam. We're going to have Domain 3, Network Operations, which makes up 16% of the exam. Domain 4, Network Security, which makes up 19% of the exam. And finally, Domain 5, Network Troubleshooting, which makes up 22% of the exam. Each of these domains contains several objectives which make up all of the topics that you're going to learn about throughout our time together in this course. Now, we're not going to be teaching these domains and their objectives in the order presented on the CompTIA official exam objectives, which you can download from Lesson 2 of this course as a PDF. But we are going to cover each and every one of them throughout this course and in all the videos. At the beginning of each section, I'm going to tell you which objectives are going to be covered in the videos for that section. And each video is also titled with the objective listed in parentheses after its name, so you have an easy reference if you want to study a single objective as you're reviewing for your exam. For example, if you're taking my practice exams for the Network Plus, you're going to be seeing that in every explanation, we have something that says OBJ and a number. This tells you which objective from this downloadable PDF is being covered by that test question. And if you need to review that area, you can look through this course and find the video with that OBJ number and then watch that video to make sure you're understanding the content that's covered by that exam question. On test day, when you sit down to take the exam, you're going to get a mixture of questions from across all 5 domains and their objectives. Now, some of the questions are going to be asking about a single objective, but others may combine objectives from different domains into a single question to test your knowledge a bit more in depth. So as we go through our videos, we're going to cover all the objectives, and we're going to be able to make sure you can combine that knowledge to answer these questions effectively. Now, speaking of the exam, when you sit down to take the CompTIA Network Plus certification exam at your testing center or online using the web proctoring service, you're going to only have 90 minutes to answer up to 90 questions. Now, for the most part, you're going to be answering multiple choice questions, answering A, B, C, or D. But you may have a few questions that are multiple select, where they ask you to pick 2 or 3 correct answers for a single question. For example, they may have 6 options and you'll pick the best 2 or the best 3. Also, you're going to get a couple of performance-based questions. These PBQs, or simulations as my students like to call them, require you to perform some kind of job function in a simulated environment. For example, the exam might ask you to create a few firewall rules to block or allow certain ports into a network, and then they're going to have you use your mouse and keyboard to perform those actions. Now, don't worry too much about these simulations just yet, though. I'm going to make sure you are well prepared for them before you sit down for the real certification exam. Now, as far as the number of questions you're going to get on exam day, you may have noticed I said you're going to get up to 90 questions. Now, in truth, that means you're going to get somewhere between 70 questions and 90 questions. If you have more PBQs or simulations, you're going to have less multiple choice questions. And if you have more multiple choice questions, you'll have less PBQs or simulations. Now, most candidates who take the exam are going to get 3 to 5 simulations and roughly 70 to 80 multiple choice questions when it comes time to take their exam. Also, when you take your exam, the simulations are going to be your first 3 to 5 questions when you start taking the exam. And then the rest of the exam will be a mixture of multiple choice or multiple select questions. To pass your Network Plus exam, you have to score at least 720 points out of the 900 points available on your certification exam. This is roughly equivalent to about an 80% or higher. Now, to take this exam, you have to pay an exam fee to cover the cost of testing, and you do this by buying what's known as an exam voucher. You can do this by going to store.comptia.org and buying it from their web store. If you go to the CompTIA store, you're going to see vouchers costing about $338 in the United States. But depending on where you live in the world, this price is going to change because CompTIA uses regionalized vouchers. Now, if you'd like to save some money on your exam voucher, you can visit diontraining.com/vouchers and buy your voucher directly from us. This is because we're a certified platinum level CompTIA delivery partner, and we help tens of thousands of students every year pass their CompTIA exams. And they provide us with a discount rate for those exam vouchers, and we pass those savings on to our students. So if you take that one extra step of going to diontraining.com/vouchers, you can purchase your exam voucher from us, you'll save 10%, and you'll also get access to our searchable video library where you can use this for your last-minute studies by searching for keywords and phrases before test day. Now, before we begin studying for the exam, I want to give you my 4 tips for success in this course to help you better study for the exam. First, we provide closed captions for every video in this course, and this is captioned by a real human to ensure a high level of accuracy for you. Many of my students who speak English as their second language really love having these captions playing along so they can read along while I'm teaching. To turn them on, just click the CC button in the bottom of the video player. There's also a transcript function available for each video that you can access and search for specific keywords or phrases within that video if you need to. Next, when it comes to speaking, some people say I talk too fast and others say I talk too slow. Either way though, you get to control the speed of instruction by adjusting the playback speed. If I happen to be talking too fast for you, you can slow me down by reducing me to 0.75 or 75%. If I'm talking too slowly for you, you can speed me up by putting me at 1.5x or 150%. Either way, faster or slower, the choice is yours so you can learn more efficiently. Next, I want to point out that the information I'm going to teach you in this course is also covered in our downloadable study guide in PDF format. You can download that PDF from Lesson 2 of the course, where you can download it, print it out, and then use it to take notes on or highlight and circle important information as we go through the videos. By doing this, you're going to be more active in your learning and you're going to learn better. Now, this PDF is great for offline studying before you take the final exam as well, because you'll see all your notes in one place. My 4th and final tip is that I want you to know we have a Facebook group set up specifically to help you succeed with this and your other certifications. If you have any questions or you get stuck with something, or you just want to talk to other students who are studying for the same exam, you can do all of this and more by going to facebook.com/groups/diontraining. Also in the Facebook group, we post daily questions to help you as you're studying for your exams. If you join the Facebook group, we have people there ready to answer any question you may have, as well as many other students there helping you out. Currently, we have over 25,000 students in our group. So if you have a question about the CompTIA Network Plus exam or any of the course content, I guarantee somebody there has the answer for you, and they'll get it to you very quickly. Now, if you don't have Facebook and you need help, you can always send me an email at support@diontraining.com. When you do this, my system will log that message and make sure it gets routed to either a teaching assistant or me personally so we can respond to it during normal business hours. Like I said, the Facebook group does tend to get your questions answered a little bit faster because we have so many people online any time of the day or night, but our email support is there if you need it too. So with all the basics out of the way, let's get started learning all about computer networks in this CompTIA Network Plus course.